one author has written about why, after a life of feeling single and sexually inadequate, she decided when she reached her 40s to take intimacy lessons to get over her bedroom hang-ups. She went on a Tantra retreat, which taught her about touch and trust and made her understand herself and other people on a physical level. Now, Brenda, what would you make of intimacy lessons? Now, this is a woman, she's in her 40s. She's obviously had these sort of physical hang-ups of intimacy for all of those years and decided to try to do something about it.
I think a lot of people have intimacy hang-ups, but they probably wouldn't say so. They probably wouldn't admit it. And I see intimacy as not a physical thing. For me, it's like, you know, it's the alighting my senses with your conversation or with just doing nice gestures. That can be very exciting to me more than an actual physical thing, but I wouldn't put myself into a lesson. It sounded like she was in a class with lots of other people. I don't consider that intimate. Intimate is a me and you, one-on-one, and I believe that you should just talk to that person when you get together with them and let them know.
That's the problem, though, isn't it? But so many people find it so difficult to talk about sex.
Well, yeah, but if you're about to lay down with somebody, then I think that you should be open enough to say, well, I like this, I don't like that. And I think it works both ways. The same way a woman knows what she likes, I know what I like, and a man knows what he likes. Let's talk about it and see if we can find a nice common ground and like it together.
Well, interestingly, this was quite a big deal for this lady. Like, she really was struggling with how she was feeling. And when you went into the class, there were other people, and at one stage they brought mattresses out and people had to be blindfolded. But it all sounds, and making it sound slightly like seedy. It wasn't that. It was very much in a controlled thing, and it was about touch and trying not to be shy. But the importance of also learning to say no. So if you didn't want something or you didn't like something, you had to you had to find your voice in that way. So there's lots of different levels to it, I guess. So it's more than, I think when you think intimacy lessons, there's something kind of a bit... but cringe. But there was much more. It was like a bit of an educational thing. But no is an important word.
Is it?
Yes.
I'll work on it.
Yes.
You're cringing.
Oh, God.
Come on, Kel.
Like, I seriously... Am I the only person that cringes around anything that's sexual?
Yes.
Conversation. Am I? Seriously?
On this panel, yes.
On this panel, yeah. I just find conversation that is intimate really embarrassing. I don't know.
But not with your partner.
No, but...
Awkward. No, but I do. And I also... No, but I also think there's a lot of people that have assumption that everybody is at it in a relationship and that they then think, look at their relationship and think, oh, why aren't we? But I think there's a lot of people that are together and maybe together for a long time that actually don't have...
And they're happy with that.
Yeah. And they're still in love and they're still whatever. They don't need to have it to be part of their relationship. And I think a lot of people are ashamed to have that conversation because they feel the odd one's out. But I actually think so many people, once you've been with someone, it isn't about the sexual
Yeah, but
part
if they
or
were
the
doing something that you
intimacy.
really didn't enjoy or you just weren't...
No, I mean, those
you wouldn't be able to talk about
wouldn't...
it if it was to do with you. You wouldn't be able to tell.
I'd be in, like, a no.
Yeah.
So I would be able to be a no.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not comfortable. So that's fine if it's one-on-one. But having that general conversation, like going like this lady goes to an intimacy class...
With strangers.
With strangers. And then you're on a bed and you're kissing or touching or whatever. I just feel that's really...
But then
that's
weirdly,
too
maybe
far.
that works for people because you feel like a stranger in a room full of strangers. There is like an anonymity almost where you're hopefully maybe trying to learn something, you're trying to overcome whatever the barrier has been within you. There's something weirdly, I can see, it can work for people, but not me, I'm with you on that. But I understand that for some people, maybe that is necessary.
For some people it would work. And also, there's also great aspects of it as well, that afterwards you can just get up and leave, you don't have to be polite, you can just go... See you later.
Oh, my God!
You know what I mean? There is something for
You
everyone.
clearly can have the conversation. You're
that's
OK
it.
with the conversation,
Yeah, I
aren't
don't
you?
mind having the
But this
conversation.
is it. You talk about the movies, like we were saying.
Yeah, the
there,
romantic
it sort of
movies and
builds
things. You
up.
always see somebody running and jumping, and I'm thinking, if I ran and jumped on somebody, they're not gonna appreciate it. And then you've got programs like I've been watching Love Is Blind UK, and that's amazing because you're just listening to the voice and you get to know that person on a deeper level, and that's what I think intimacy is about: getting to know what that. You have to be upfront, or else it's just not going to work from the start. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think.
It is. It's like you say. It can be very difficult within a loving relationship to have that honest chat after maybe how many years together, and suddenly you're feeling different. You've come across that before, haven't you? It's very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the
conversation.
letters I get on my problem page is I'd say 80% of them sometimes are about that they cannot talk about it. Neither of them are happy. Something's not working. They've gone from this loving, intimate relationship and now they've got kids and they've got money worries and they're just not doing it anymore. And the main thing is that they can't talk about it.
Yeah.
And so, actual fact, I do suggest they go to sex therapy. Sex therapists, because they're really, really, really good.
Or go
and
to
they
a
help
bar
a
and
lot
pretend
of...
you're somebody else and say, oh, hi.
No, that's cringe. If my partner came up and went, hi, how are you? I go, that's turned me right off. You didn't do that the first time. You just said, do you fancy it? And I said, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's not pretend we,
Oh, it's so romantic.
I know. Always with me, Christine.
Always,
Always.
always a yes.
We never got to you, did we?
Oh, well. Coming up next.